Ladies and gentlemen, if I could introduce from the Border Tribe, straight from Wakanda,
Oh, okay. That's all.
Jerel Tyrone. You know him as Vibranium Miller. How's it going, sir?
How y'all boys doing? Yo, Wakanda forever. I like that.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
Wakanda
yes.
forever.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Let's ask the very first question here. I gotta know, how does it feel to be the very, very, very first guest on That's the Trailer? I gotta know. Tell me.
No. Like, no. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, y'all sure know how to butter a brother up, make him feel special or some shit. You know what I mean? I don't even. No, because when you called me, T, when you hit me about what y'all are trying to do and everything, it sounded really nice and beautiful in terms of just like the platform you guys want to provide and the content what you guys are trying to get from it. So I mean, I feel I feel honor. I'm trying to get a little, trying to show it, but we here though. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So let's we've got 10 questions written down. We might go off the script a little bit.
Roman numeral X. Roman numeral X.
So you are an actor, comedian, singer, screenwriter. When did you first realize that you wanted to create for a living?
So you taking that like the thing is I could say like when I was like a kid and like 5 years old and everything like that, but honestly I feel like it's just been with me like honestly since I came out the womb, and I don't mean that in like some like whatever, but I just mean it in the sense of like I've always been very open with how much I love to interpret things, and how I love to artistically interpret them, I guess you could say. I've always been open to that, and pretty much for sure as long as I've been watching television, you can guarantee I've been open to and that's the thing, I've been watching television my whole life. You have to understand, like from a very young age, like I've just had I've been glued to the screen and different projects, whether it just be for me at that age. And then the thing is too, I would like try to dibble and dabble, and I got a little, there's some things I bit off a little too early that I probably shouldn't have been watching when I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, probably watching a few things a little too. I'm just keeping it real, but it is what, no, the thing is that I've always kind of had a little bit more maturity in that extent. Mm-hmm. But having said that, no, for a very long time, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to create artists. Like my whole life.
So who showed you the movies as a child that you probably shouldn't have seen as a child? Because I know for me it was my grandfather on my dad's side. He showed me Nightmare on Elm Street before I probably should have seen it. I experimented with French kissing on the wrong person because I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and that's how Matthew Broderick kissed Mia Sara. It was my mom. It was my mom, and she said, "Do not ever kiss anybody like that, especially your mother, Gina." My grandmother's name. This is why I don't want you showing him this. Yeah, it was bad.
This is our first TTFT exclusive.
It's crazy. It's like, okay, so what it was is that like with me, I got it from like a bunch of different places, like with not necessarily like. My family members, not like same as you said your grandfathers, so but not necessarily my immediate family, like my mom and my dad. My parents, they tried to like whatever, like guard me from that, and like anything I like showed interest to, like no, you can't watch it, you can't watch that. But the thing is that I had an affection for so many comedians like Martin Lawrence or Bernie Mac or Eddie Murphy, and it was just like no, like I'm telling you, Life came out in 1998, right? So I was born in 1992. I was 6, but I still caught pieces of that boy, and I should like just like again, I didn't watch that whole film, but as I got older, I want to say by like 10 to 12, I had already seen the whole film of Life. And I shouldn't have seen that at 10, 12 years old, but I saw.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So So let me ask this. So I mean, what again? Like you said, you watch these films, you get into acting and all these other things. What is a lot of people like things, but what made you? When did you know you had the passion for this, and this is something you want to pursue on a serious level? Because anybody will tell you, no matter what you want to do in life, there's the passion side to it. Like, oh, hey, I was born to do this, but then there's also the business side to it. And sometimes, as an artist. And as a businessman, those things do not mix. So when did you realize that there was another side of being an actor and an artist, which is the business side? And when did you say, even with this other side, I know I want to move forward?
You see, the thing is that I was so, I think, removed. Not even I think, like, it is what it is. I wasn't too much on the business side of things with acting until, like, you know, some people have been very fortunate to do this at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, when it comes to maybe like having an agent, you know, being in commercials, being on little TV shows here and there. I did not have that experience whatsoever. What I had was growing up in like theater schools and learning from that background and, like, you know, catching little opportunities as they came. But yeah, like, the thing is, because of that, I was so eager to. I was like, okay, when I finally get to the business side, it's rapid. Like, you know, we going full steam. So it's like, even though there are sides to the bit, like to the you know, when I got here, it's like, you know, there's some things that can definitely dissuade you or bring you down at times with everything that comes with. But like I said, my passion and my just my drive. I'm 28 now. Like I said, I've wanted to do this my whole life.
Stop showing off. Nobody wants to know you're 28. We get it. We're the vintage guys in the room. It's your world. We're living in it. Whatever. I can't do my own scenes anymore. I get it. They'll get you to do my scenes. Just grow your hair out. Everything will be fine.
You're a fool, man. But that's the thing, you know. I hear you, fool. But listen, T, you know you look good, bro. That's the thing. Like, you know, where I'm at right now, it's gonna stay like this and only continue to, like, you know, I'm not gonna be playing no child like anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Unless they want to, like, just have some fun. I shave something, put a little fro on. I don't know. Let's say we just want to have. But they ain't gonna be calling me for no child. I ain't no child. Look at me. Like,
I get it.
But like I said, bro, once I got to the business side of everything, it was just like I said, it was full steam. Like, it didn't even matter. Like, the things that, like, yeah, can bring it down and make you say, like, dang, do I even want to continue with this? I said, like, it just, like, when you feel like this is what you were made to do, born to do, like, you know, all you really know, or to, you know.
Okay, so this is what me and him both discussed this, and we wanted to know this. Like, okay, clearly, when you're an actor, you have an agent, you're trying to do these things, and so many people want to know, okay, I have talent, is that enough? The answer is no. So what we want to know is, I've worked with you on set before, clearly, I know you're professional, I've seen your work ethic, and I'm in love with it, I know what you can do.
Thank you, I appreciate that, boss.
All love, sir. Well, you know, Bombay. With that being said, from everything that led you to getting into your craft, what led you on the role, and how did you take us from unsigned actor to now I'm an agent and now I want any role in Black Panther? How did you go from, this is where I'm at in my career, I need to be on Black Panther? What happened?
See, okay, so all right, cool. I guess I'm just going to have to, like, give you all the scoop and what really, you know.
Tell us about that black privilege.
No, all right, so it's so crazy because, you know, I was so obviously honored by the opportunity to this day, like, you know, because it was just like, still, as many of us as there were out there, it was still a select few at the end of the day, especially when you look at how many people would have loved to have been in it, tried to be in it, all these different things. Yo, I kind of got there on straight up, like, dude, through the back of the house type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it happened. So, one of my boys in acting, and, you know, we all got our peoples or whatever. He's a fellow actor, you know what I'm saying? He does his thing out here. So in Atlanta, we both stay in Atlanta, and this is where they shot it. They shot it out here. And around that time, when I tell you, we were just trying to, like, you know, like anybody else that was, like, you know, kind of anxious to be on the project, we were as well trying to figure out, like, how we can get on, who do we talk to, this, that, the agent, like, you know, I say, can the agent hook me? At that time, bro, I didn't even have the representation that I have now. See, I have, like, like, much better representation right now at this very moment in time. At that time, it was and so I had to get a lot of things through, word of mouth, help hook a brother up type thing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when my boy, he like somehow, bro, he got to connect with the people over there at Black Panther that were like, that needed people for the Border Tribe and for what do you call it? The people of Wakanda, all that stuff. But these were for the reshoots, bro. They had already shot most of this stuff already, but they wanted to reshoot a lot of things that Ryan Coogler, like he said it himself. I remember those days on set. Like it was like, we're redoing all this because he wasn't feeling it from when they first shot it.
You're on set for the reshoots, which I would have killed for. I'm just going to be honest with you. Killmonger, no pun intended.
Yeah,
I would have killed for it. So you're there and you're telling us that the director was not happy with what he saw. So because he pulled his card to say, we're going to reshoot this, you got an opportunity.
And there's nothing else to it. I was a part, and that was the other thing that was really cool about it. Like I was assured, how like when you're on set, especially for these big major motion pictures like a Black Panther, Marvel or whatever, especially with where I was, dude, come on, it's not a guarantee at all that I'm gonna get screen time. It's not a guarantee, but I got screen time, and that was part of that was because I was there for the reshoots. That the things that, and while we were there, the director spoke on. Like there were certain scenes in that Border Tribe scene that he just felt as if though it wasn't connecting as good, and he just wanted a little bit more from it. And so it was specific for us to reshoot some of those scenes. And so I just felt so honored that and also fortunate that wow, not only do I know that these scenes are for sure going to be in the film now, but now I can be a part of making sure wasn't connecting before. I can be a part of making sure that connects. Be a part of the solution.
Where were the reshoots at?
Oh dang! All right, let's see if I can remember that thing. It was we were just talking about it in a group chat too. I want to say somewhere in far south of South Georgia. So I would say 30 to 40 minutes south of the perimeter of Atlanta. I want to say that could be a little ways from Fairburn, somewhere around there. I don't want to, but it was around that area.
All right, so that's just interesting to me that movie magic's able to make Georgia look like. I mean, Wakanda is supposed to be. I'm not even going to speak on it. You go on Wakanda is supposed. Yes, yeah.
Do not talk. I will feed you to my children. No.
I mean, you see the way it looks in the movie.
Well, no. In fairness, no way. This show wouldn't even be right if I did not give him credit. Let's go at JT because you don't know this story. So essentially, I dressed up like me and my family and with my closest friends to go when Black Panther first came out 2.5 years ago. We go and we got on the Wakanda gear. We go in there and he's like, I want to film you guys doing this. He says this. I'm like, all right, cool. But we didn't really think this out. We were drinking one night. We're like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. He's going to film us. We didn't think about white Caucasian male with book bag, a camera book bag, walking into a film theater on the day of Black Panther coming out saying he's going to shoot people. Totally came out the wrong way. However, cue the video. It came out completely well. So this is my personal Everett K. Ross. If you saw the movie, you were in the movie, so I know you saw it. This is my Everett Ross. He's flying the plane in Shuri's laboratory. This is my Everett Ross.
I love it.
Do your hands like this and let go.
No, but I love that analogy. That's great, bro.
You see the way it looks in the. I've been all through Georgia, and I've never seen anything that looks like Wakanda, and the way that they could take that. And actually, I've never.
Oh yeah,
Georgia.
Let it out.
I mean,
please.
That's like. To most people that live in Georgia, they would probably be so pissed off to find out that Wakanda
was in Georgia.
Because so many things have become, especially with Marvel, and not just them, so everyone, there's not what major motion picture today isn't in some way, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time filmed out here because of everything that goes behind that and all the money that is like,
Especially now with Tyler Perry Studios, it seems like everything's being filmed out there in some
dude,
way.
like it's crazy. It's crazy out here. So like, yeah, but that was definitely something else that went down out here. And in terms of how they just made it look, it just all goes back down to like for me, honestly, it was like kind of like, I was kind of like at points, obviously I'm a grown man and it was great being out there professionally, but there was points I had to like, I was like, I felt like a kid, you know what I'm saying? What the heck? Like, especially me, like I'm a huge, stupid.
One more follow-up, please, because I'm very interested in this. Like, so you saw it in person, and then you see it on the screen. How much of there is the difference there?
The thing, bro, like they do a very good job in terms of the things that like is actually there, like us being there and all. But as far as everything that's behind us and all that stuff you see or whatever, you gotta understand, bro. Like all the CGI and all the stuff that goes into that, but it's so it's even though you see the big difference or whatever, you're still amazed. I was still really amazed and still like impressed, I guess you can say, by how well done it still looks, even knowing all the stuff they got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's what it is. It's Wakanda too. At the end of the day, like it ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? That Wakanda, like you gotta go there. In my opinion, to make it look legit, make it look right. And I love that they went all out. They went all out.
Thank you for that. That was listen, I'm glad he asked that because again, like a lot of people just don't know. A lot of people would love and only dream of being on set. And I know me, that's as a child, that's all I dreamed of doing. I love anything about film, talking about it clearly, doing it or whatnot. Let me ask you a question because I've experienced this on set before, and this is from our Screen Actor Guild members or members of just people who aren't as they're considered A-list or B-list actors as far as notoriety. Maybe they have the talent, but maybe they don't have the notoriety. So me and you, clearly, we've done films together and separately, so we know what it's like to be on set. He's filmed. He knows what it's like to be on a set. Now, you trust me enough to tell this story because I'm not going to put you on Front Street, but again, that's the trailer. So you told me, so here's the thing, like one of the main storylines in Black Panther was this, is that the storyline we got was that King T'Challa, a la Martin Luther King, did not get along with Eric Killmonger, a la Malcolm X. That was pretty much their somewhat storyline. And even for my real Marvel fans out there, if you want to know how big of a blurred I am, that storyline actually comes from Professor Xavier and Magneto when Stan Lee decided to do
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. So clearly,
just so you know, every single word you said went right over my head.
What? The Marvel fans are going to kill you for this. You do realize this, right?
No. Like, no. We're talking about, because X-Men, the first X-Men, with Hugh Jackman and everybody and all that came out in early 2000s. And I've been hearing about what you just said, Tori, what you just alluded to since then.
Awesome.
I've been hearing something like that.
Awesome. Also, not just Hugh Jackman. Can I get a shout out to my True Blood fanatic, lover, interest, and a Paquin? Whenever. Okay, I'll see you soon.
Now you're speaking my language.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm speaking your language now. Okay, so this is the first time David's heard this story. So the reason why I brought up Eric Killmonger versus King T'Challa, a la Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X, was because of the fact that he experienced something like this, not only watching the film, but you asked about being inside the film. Inside the film, he was a part of reshoots. So, I mean, if you're going to do reshoots, there had to be a shoot. Well, the first shoot, there were certain gentlemen that had his longitude/latitude, his, demographics and wore certain clothing. So, when he came up, I'm going to stop. Go ahead, bro. I'm going to stop. That's what the people here, they want to hear the story. They're not here for me. They're here for you.
No, keep talking. No, I'm trying to get what you alluded to right now. Because I'm trying to remember
me too.
So his Border Tribe outfit was worn by somebody else before. Okay. And when he came to get it,
snap!
Well, don't ginger snap, crackle, pop, and tell us.
Okay. You just triggered something.
I did.
Mercy. Dog, your memory. I didn't even, wow. Okay,
I listen. Okay.
You do. Because, damn, dude, I'm over here like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I know what you're, okay, so, basically, you talking about the cape, right?
Yep. Yeah, not Superman's cape either.
Okay. Let's see if I have not told the story in a minute. So, and with respect to this guy that I'm about to talk about, so T put me on the spot, so I gotta tell the story now. And with respect to this dude, though, like honestly, there's no ill will, no nothing, bro. There's no ill will, no nothing. But I just like this. The interaction was kind of silly. We're costumes, right? Costume, yeah. And like I said, like we just talk about reshoots. I mean, first time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm getting my fitting everything for the first time. And then, like, they basically, like, you know, we have these capes that we have for the Border Tribe, and the capes are down there, right? And the guys just basically tell me, hey, yo, like, go ahead, pick. There's no, oh, get this one, get that one, this one's assigned to this one, just go ahead and pick. So I saw one that was like, I want to say, I think it was blue and orange and silver. Ooh, that looked hard, boy. I said, I want that one. So I pick it up. Dude, out of nowhere. I'm not going to say this dude's name, but like somebody comes up behind me and he's like, hey, yo, you know this my game, right?
Whoa, stop right now. There's nothing wrong with the camera. Are you telling me this motherfucker walked up to you like fucking Xerxes and 300 was like, yo, bro. He put his hands on your shoulders like, it's not my power they fear, it's the whip. Like, what the happened? Like, seriously.
Dude, bro, like, it was just as simple as, like it was, okay, now that I am remembering even more clearly, you know what happened, man? This is actually
Tell
what
us,
happened.
please.
I got all the way out to, like, you know, where we're about to shoot. You know, I got all the way out to, like, we're on set now, and that's actually where he approached me, I guess, because he had been looking for it all the way back since, like, trying to get, like, since cops, like, you know, putting on his costume and everything like that. Like, where's my and this, that. And, like, bro, I think we shot one take. And in between this, I guess this guy is still looking for his cape or whatever. He's still looking for it. When they said cut, in between cuts, in between takes, boss, this man walks up to me and goes, yo, you know that's my cape.
No, I didn't.
No, we did not. No, because you didn't even tell the story the same way the first time. You're more angry. You're more angry the first time you told the story.
Here's the thing. I'm retelling this. The thing is, I'm retelling it, and it's the first time I'm telling it. It's just like, I don't know how long, but this is what happened, bro. And I'm like, dog, I did not feel no type of, like, bro, like, it's beneath us. It ain't no big deal. But at that time, I got to be real with you. When he approached me like that, like, you know, in between takes, to tell me, yo, bro, my logic is.
I can't believe Michael B. Jordan did you that way. That's crazy.
If it were, here's the thing. You funny, bro. If it's Michael B, I bet I got your cake, right, Mike?
Yeah.
I got your cake, my bad. But Border Tribe, like, fool, they don't care about which cake are you.
So he was willing to risk the continuity of the film to get his cape on, is what you're telling me.
Well, listen. The funny thing is, I understand how important continuity is. We all do. But I just thought it was hilarious that he felt it was that. I guess he was more towards the front. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta have. Okay. I got your cape or whatever. But I was just like, bro, at the moment and time, I was like, this cat for it. He really serious about this cape. The funny thing is, though, I kept that cape. That cape didn't. That's his favorite. He had to go find it out.
So it's your cape now.
So I don't want to get you in any trouble with the Academy. Do you still have the cape? Doom.
I wish, bro. I like, but yeah, something else transpired with, like, we ended up finding a way where I'm pretty sure he got another cape or something that matched the color that he had before, whatever. But it was just crazy. It was funny as hell to me. I was like,
So let me ask you a question, Jerel. I truly do want to ask you this because, again, one of my deepest regrets in my career is that I didn't take my career more seriously when I was younger. And so therefore, whenever I see a film and I'm like, that could have been me, I always been like, this it's my fault because I should have done more to be there. So, and again, I'm not depressed or regretful of it. It helped me become where I'm at now as a better person, a better professional, and a better actor. So let me ask you this: I am envious of you in a way to where it's not a jealous envious. It's something that I can never say I was a part of Black Panther. But what I can say is that
Right.
I worked with someone who was a part of Black Panther, and I worked with someone who did this film justice. And I don't care if it was just a millisecond that you were in it, you were in it. So let me ask you this: you coming from whatever, I don't know what town you came from. I don't believe you're from Atlanta, but you can tell us in a second. Just tell us this:
No,
coming from exactly where you're coming from to making it to Wakanda, to then having to share the screen, to share a movie title with someone who recently passed, and Chadwick Boseman. Just as a fan of film and as a child that wanted to only become an actor and entertainer one day, and to see a person who did that in Chadwick Boseman, but was a better person than a better actor, how does that make you feel?
And when you say like he was a better person and a better actor, just in the sense of who he was as a person, you mean?
I mean
Like
it
in
from the
terms
sense of I put him in my top 50 actors of all time. But with that being
right,
said, he has to go in my top 25 people of all time, seeing how he
right,
lived. And I like to think
yes,
that I'm a better person than I am. Acting is what I do, it's not who I am. And that's why
right.
we reached out to you. You're an incredible entertainer, but if you were an asshole, you wouldn't be on That's the Trailer right now.
I I always like to tell people I'm an asshole, but I'm a nice guy, as opposed to the other way around.
So
That's
talk
just how it.
so talk to me about how Chadwick Boseman left us, and I say King T'Challa, but I also say I'm jealous of him in a good way because he got to play two kings. He was, goddamn it, the king of soul. He was James Brown and T'Challa.
Yes.
We could only hope in our wildest dream to play two kings
Well,
in one lifetime.
yeah. What I will what I will say about like everything you kind of just touched on with Chadwick and all the names and everything. Now, man, it's really like, dude, it was like when you reached out to me at the time you reached out to me. That's why look. Folks believe in what they believe in. For me, I definitely believe in a higher power, and I believe I'm a very spiritual individual, and I do believe there is a God. And like, it's just so funny how things work out in life, and like it's just like, wow, like really, because like obviously he passed away, and I was basically grieving privately. You know what I'm saying? It sounds weird because did I was Chadwick my best friend or anything like that or something like that, or was he no, he wasn't at all. We weren't like, dude, I met him in that time, whatever during the film. But having said that, it still hurt me like I lost a brother for real, because it's again specifically Chadwick. He was special, bro. He was special. He was beyond special. He was somebody that I specifically looked up to. And I always when I speak to other people, like, you're talking about actors that you really enjoy, or people that you just feel like guided or whatever, he often came up. And when I spoke with him, I spoke about him in the highest regard that I talk, like the highest tier that you can speak of when it comes to any actor or any performer. I don't think I even realized or said enough how much like, dude, you were actually one of my favorite actors out here in the game. I didn't even hone that in enough. You know what I'm saying? And how it hit me, and it hit me even that much more in his passing. And like I said, also him being African American, you know what I'm saying? Being the inspiration in that, just because there's not, even though we are getting more and more representation, there are a few select that have the talent, the class, and just the God-given gift and the craft that Chadwick Boseman had. And that's what I aspire to be. And I cannot be more upset that he's no longer with us. But he went out like a true king and a warrior of Wakanda. That's what I got to say on that.
Everyone that was close to him said that he had a smile that could light up the room immediately with positive energy. What was it like? You're the only one in this conversation that could actually speak on what that would be like in person.
Yeah. yeah, and that's crazy to me. You have to understand how that's crazy to me. That some people like in this time have had that, I guess energy or like that attitude towards like that with me. Like, you actually, so what's it? And I'm just like, what the heck? How am I that one person among so many people like right now, or like, or like amongst my people, or whatever. And the truth is, man, is that even though I wasn't as close to him as some of these other people were, yes, absolutely, I think that those reports are all true in the sense of, like when I was there for reshoots and we were filming like the scene, like we were on the hill, that day, and like there was a lot of us running down the hill and coming back up, and running down the hill and coming back up, and there was like, that's when I remember having the kind of like the most interaction with him. I was going back and forth because it was just a lot of like, because it's funny, like we're just going down, oh, you guys go right back up, and then we'll go up, come right back down, and then like meet up with him in the middle, but not try to like run his ass over, because like I said, we got to come real close or whatever. It's just, but like it's just like the little playful interactions we had there, him letting us like touch on the suit a little bit or whatever, whatnot, like just like entertaining us, and like just being a good-hearted, genuine person. And you felt that, you saw it. He gave that energy. He was not, as I guess you could say, some people in this business, they make it and they start showing their ass, I guess you could say. And like, no, that wasn't Chadwick. Chadwick was still like just humble, giving, open, and dude, I couldn't, man, I could like, it doesn't get higher in class when you're talking about, who he was as a young man and what he did and just how he lived his life.
Thank you. I mean, and like I say, and that's why we do what we do with this show, is because again, we could have reached out to so many people, but again, I don't care. Again, like me and you talked about before, there's A-list actors, but there's A-list actors with A-list ambition and A-list respect for their craft. It's usually you get this, and again, if you look at the movie he did with Five Bloods, you have like legend actors in that film saying that they didn't know that he was dealing with whatever medical condition he was dealing with, and they even thought that on Five Bloods, that I did the research, that he was like, oh, this Black Panther mantra has gone to his head. He think he really is King T'Challa, because after scenes they would be rubbing his hands and they would be oiling down and watering down his body, and they were like, oh, he really think he's a king, he has to do this after every scene. No. Then when they found out, oh, he was suffering from what he was suffering from, it's like, that only propelled the type of person he was. Like, how is he out here in 100+ heat with these book bags on to film this film? And like, it's deep, man.
It's not. No, another thing that I've been discussing with some people, like, and I wonder if my, my fellow coworkers, like the other guys that were there with me that day, Warriors of Wakanda, everybody, the women that were also there that are part of the tribe. Like, I wonder if they would attest to, like, because I did not, when I saw him those days on set, it seemed, now granted, he's wearing the Black Panther suit in the times I saw him, you know what I'm saying? So he could probably look some type of way, you know what I'm saying? Like, where he may not, but what I'm trying to say is, it was like maybe immediately after, rapping on, it's a rap, and we're seeing like little like things, red carpet things and stuff like that. And I'm seeing Chad almost like, I think almost immediately, he just did not look. He looked a little lean to me, or he looked a little bit like, and that could be anything. Actors always lose weight, gain weight, and stuff like that. But then you see it a little bit more and more over time. And I'm telling you, like pretty much ever since after we rapped for Black Panther, I have been suspecting, or just like feeling weird about, is something else, or is something like, because he just didn't look, something looked off with my dog.
Well, me and Durden talked about this, and when we were doing our research on it, and we discovered that, of course, Black Panther came out after 2016, but of course he was diagnosed in 2016 with his condition. And again, I'm not here to discuss what his condition is. Do your research, because that'll help you understand and feel more for the cause. But my point is this: is that he could have just signed that contract with Marvel and said, F it, I've signed it, y'all owe me money. But the fact that you didn't know and I didn't know, the fans didn't know more. It was two people that know, and I know this for a fact. Outside of his family, there were two people that knew what he was going through: his personal trainer and his agent, and no one else. That means that's why I say he's a better human than thespian. See, a thespian, a method actor. As much as I love acting, I'm an actor to my core. I love it with my blood. But at the end of the day, I'm a human first. And the fact that he still went out there as a professional and just didn't mail it in means so much. So I got to ask you.
We on the same page with that.
And the same book. I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
He's talked about, even though he played Black Panther, that he's not our king. He just portrayed a king. So I look at you. What you've done. And to me, I got to tell this. It's going to be a quick 30-second story because we're going to wrap this up. But I want to wrap it up with you before we end. I know me and you did a film together that shall not be mentioned because we're not here to plug each other. But with that being said, David, I watched this man go to the other side of the world. We went to San Diego, California for a film we did 9 years ago. He watched this film win 4 awards. He was not individually given an award for this film. The film got Best Director, Best Film, Best Actor, Best Actress. Now, all of us went up there, and when I tell you the true testament of a human being is, people say this all the time, when someone is truly happy for you, regardless of what happens to them, that's a testament of a person's soul. And I saw that in this person, which is why I say I would work with you any day of the week. And tell them what I told you. You may not remember it, but if you tell me if I'm lying, did I not come up to you and say, bro, this is not, when I got my Best Actor award, did I not come up to you and say, not only is this not mine, but I could not have done this without you. So all of these awards without you are nothing. Did I not come to you and say that to you?
No, absolutely. The thing is, man, I mean, at the end of the day, to love this, to want to be a part of this, and I'm going to be doing this until, the wheels, fall off. It's to understand how much of a collaborative effort it is. Period. From the stage, especially with film. I think in all aspects, but it like I said, it's a collaborative effort, and especially being a performer, being an actor, and the role I played in that particular film or whatnot. It's so crazy because it's what I love to. It's what I love to do the most, more than anything. I mean, having moments, interacting with you guys, with my fellow actors on camera, and making a story come to life, a story of substance and something that's going to really truly do something for society. And I can't tell you how much I love being a part of that. So even if it's as simple as being lead, or it's being supporting, the guy that only comes in for a quick cameo, but still brought the film life or whatnot, dude. And and if I can still see us also still get recognition for that, because like I said, best actress, best director, all those different things, I feel like I still won, and I have we all played a part in that. So it's
any less classic. That's the first feature you're working on, right? How's that going? Tell us about that.
Oh snap! This man has set the title. Ooh! Oh my gosh! You gotta kind of excuse me to hear other people say it. Yeah, dog.
It's out there in the ether now. Now it has to be done.
Said the title. No, I'm one of those people. No questions. You to put that stamp on it, to have a name, and for when you hear other folks say it, it gives it that much more energy, it gives it that much more life. No, any less classic is something that there's no way to even sugarcoat it. It's my baby in the sense of I have taken a direct dive into my screenwriting career with this, and a lot of people, and it's a part of it. Maybe you make a short, maybe you do this, maybe you do that, and some people, a lot of directors, they have a certain portfolio before they get to a certain point in their career before they start doing things. Mm-hmm. And screenwriters too, you have to do. I just told you how long I've been doing this, and listen, I told myself, listen, I ain't got to listen. Like, first of all, I'm not old, but I'm getting older, and I don't feel like do little thing. No. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. It's time to let's go all in. We have an idea. We have a story to tell. We're ready for it. We can tell it on the fullest and biggest of lengths. Why the hell not? Why the f not?
Yeah.
I'm like, it was just as simple as why, and especially at this particular point in time in my life, and like, yeah. So it's crazy, but it is what it is. Like this is like my first project in that regard of like, hey, I just said, bump that. I'm writing the whole feature. I'm going in there and like, I'm gonna like, make it do what it does. And like, I'm so happy that I made that decision, that I went along with that. And, because sometimes you just gotta like, and it's paying dividends. It's paying dividends.
So let me ask you this: once it gets going, where can we find you? Where can we find the film? Are there any web pages? What more importantly, where can we find you? Because that's not you said you're going to be here till the wheels fall off. So that means that film won't be the only one. Where can we find you at Facebook wise, Instagram, Twitter? Where's JT being JT at?
Well, what do you call it? You can find me on my Facebook is my name, Jerel Tyrone Miller, and my Instagram at J_Turnt TURNTTT. That's 3 T's at the end. Yeah, the thing is that like I'm like I've done some content with like some comedy skits and stuff throughout the years or whatever, whatnot. I like to still dibble and dabble with that in like my spare time or whatever, whatnot. So I like to put stuff like that on my page or whatever, whatnot. But as of right now, like honestly, the main focus is what I just spoke to you guys about. With is Any Less Classic. It is a upcoming romantic comedy. It could definitely, it's probably could like slide in that romantic dramedy to an extent, and it follows two young men trying to climb the ladder in the music industry while also balancing romance and everything that comes with dating in a modern society. So I'll let y'all.
That's a solid elevator pitch right there. That's good.
Speaking of elevator pitches, maybe they shouldn't play elevator music anymore. Maybe when you ride on the elevator, they should pay pitches to music. Yeah. I mean, movies that people have. I want to see that. I press 2 if you want to see this.
You select what genre you're about to pitch, and then the floor, and it plays the appropriate.
So what you're trying to tell me is that if movie elevators come out in the future, they owe all 3 of us money.
Absolutely.
100%. See, there we go.
I mean, like people would be down for that. Like that's look see like lit, bro. When we just like put it right there. But yeah, but I appreciate that. And what I love about it is like, because I'm the kind of dude too, like in terms of like how I go about filmmaking and like I go about my writing and everything. You guys aren't going to like be getting like the whole. It's kind of classic that I'm telling you guys this because this is called That's the F***ing Trailer. Listen, my trailers, I don't play that bullshit. Y'all not gonna get everything. I cannot stand. Listen, I'm not gonna. But just know, I got y'all. But I'm not gonna just listen. It's gonna come correct. Listen, I can't bro. Too much. I don't like when I give you the whole damn thing before you even come to the theater. You understand what I said?
Don't you see why he played my little brother now?
So,
did you not see it?
That is Jerel Tyrone Miller, actor, comedian, singer, songwriter.
Little brother.
Keep an eye out for Any Less Classic.
Yes, in Any Less Classic. Man, do it, man. Listen, salute, brother. Hey, listen, Bombay.
Any Less Classic. I appreciate y'all, man. Jerel Tyrone Miller, that's the trailer. Y'all have a good one.